morning, everyone. Welcome to Behavior Basics. This program is designed for me to show you some social stories that might be helpful for you or your loved one. So if you're not aware, social stories are little stories that are written to help individuals that have a specific behavior that we want to change, or maybe we don't want them to do, or that we want to encourage them to do more of. So the way you can use a social story is you can find one, print one, and then you want to read it over and over again. You want to read it when it's bedtime. You want to read it when the behavior happens and you're like, oh, we want to change that. So think about when you could read a social story and you want to practice them and read them over and over again so they really get locked into your brain. So today's social story is about biting. And biting can be a challenge for a lot of our kiddos, a lot of our younger folks. So this story is a great one to read if you have a child who maybe likes to bite. So this one is called No Biting, a social story about biting. And if you have questions about social stories, you can always email me. We'll talk about that at the end. No Biting, a social story about biting. Biting is when I use my mouth to hurt someone or myself. Biting is never okay because it hurts others. Someone might have made me very upset or mad, but I am not allowed to bite. I may use my mouth for other things like talking or eating, but never for biting. If someone makes me mad, instead of biting, I can use my words and I can say, I am mad. I can also use calm down strategies such as counting or taking deep breaths. It's okay to be mad, but it is never okay to bite. So friends, if you have a child or an adult who is having issues with biting, using a story like this one is a great opportunity to talk about it and to read about it and to practice not biting. Sometimes when you have a behavior, it's sometimes so frustrating and so hard to know what to do. Using a social story is a great way to take the burden off of you and onto the story so you can read the story and know that your child or loved one has the opportunity to hear it and see it in a different way. So when you use a social story, make sure you practice it, read it over and over again to make sure that it really locks into your head. And I also recommend only using one or two stories at a time. We want to make sure that we focus on one and just read that one until the behavior is changed. Friends, if you have questions or you need more information about social stories, you can certainly reach out to me. My email address is Andi, A-N-D-I, @dsagsl.org. And you can also go onto our YouTube channel, and there's a whole library of our social stories that we've recorded and tons of other great content for you. So if you want to find our YouTube channel, you can go to our website, dsagsl.org/program/virtual, and you can find our YouTube channel there and go to it and find a whole library full of great videos for you to watch. Friends, thanks for hanging out with me today on Behavior Basics, and I can't wait to see you next time. Remember, no biting.